Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be doing lesson 3.3. This is rational numbers on the number line. All right, there's a lot to learn in this lesson. It's a big lesson, so I'm going to try to get through as much as I can in the next 5 minutes. The I can statement is that I can plot the rational numbers on a number line. Then I can use a number line to identify their opposites. Okay, so I want to remind you that an integer, we've already discovered that integers are any whole number, and it's a set of whole numbers and its opposite. Before we get started though today, I want to pull up this little chart here really quickly. This chart kind of might help you to understand what we're going to be dealing with today. All right. The real number system. Okay, we're going to be working with rational numbers. You see the box up here? This is any number that can be written as A divided by B, where A and B are integers, and B is not equal to 0. Okay, so going back to this box, I always think this helps me to understand what a rational number is. Okay, so rational numbers are here in the orange. A rational number are, integers, okay? And inside integers are whole numbers and natural numbers. Natural numbers are all your positives. Whole numbers add 0. Integers add the negative. A rational number now adds the fractions and the decimals, all of that. Okay? There is something called an irrational number, which is over here if you look. This is like square roots or pi and so forth. You don't need to worry about that this year, but I want you to understand what a rational number is. So when I talk about a rational number, we're going to be working with fractions and we're going to be working with decimals. Okay? So it's not just the whole numbers anymore. Now we've got the fractions and decimals involved. All right, so you've got to be able to graph an integer. So what if we have something as simple as a negative 2.4 decimal, it's hard to write decimal with this, and 2.3, okay? Now, according to our notes over here, when we have a number line, when there's one available for you to look at, so you're using a number line, you just need to graph each value. Now, the first one's a negative, so it's going to be on the negative side of the number line. Now, this is negative 2.4. Here's what I recommend. Start with your whole part, which is your 2. It's on this side of the decimal. So we're at negative 2. Okay, so negative 2.4 then. Now, if you break this between 2 and 3 up, there's like 10 more divots in there. We should have discussed that today. So 2.4 is going to be like right in here, somewhere in the middle, okay? If I get it to make a mark. All right, somewhere in there, okay? Somewhere close to 2.5, because 2.5 would be a half. The other one is 2.3. That's positive. So we're going to come over here between the 2 and the 3, in between here. So 2.3 is going to be about right in here also. Now, since I have a number line, I can look and I can see that the positive 2.3 is going to be greater. Okay, we're doing greater than and less than again, just like we did in the last lesson. Now, you could have looked at that and saw that there's a negative and there's a positive. We know that positives are bigger than negatives already. And you understand? So you could have used logic in this case. All right. So that's with our decimals using a number line. Okay. Without a number line, logic, because we have a positive and a negative, that would have worked. Okay. Now, what if we have a fraction? What if we have a positive 1/2 and we have, let's say we have 3/4. Which one's bigger? Okay. Now 1/2 is that's less than 1. So that's going to be between 0 and 1. So 1/2 is going to be right here in the middle. Wish my number line was bigger. Then 3/4, you're going to have to break this up into 4 pieces here in between. So 3/4 is going to be a little bit bigger. So we know that 3/4 is a little bigger. I know that wasn't a great example, and I apologize, but that's what graphing rational numbers are like. All right, another thing that you have to do is be able to tell if they're on the same side of 0 or opposite sides of 0. So what if I have a negative 1/2 and I have a, let's say, positive 3, okay? Now, are they on the same side or opposite sides of 0? So 0 is here, positive 3 is here, and a negative 1/2 is here. So these would be on opposite sides. This is a big thing. You have to know which side of 0 numbers are on. All right, boys and girls, here's some notes. Take time to just pause the video, take a look at the notes here, write them down, and practice with some of the problems that are in your book. All right, happy